Hi, Taurus. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for June 2025. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in June and perhaps beyond in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there, so you might want to check that out. This recording is for Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon. I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck in this reading. And if you're interested in getting more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides on very specific topics, you can get my Vimeo videos that are linked down below in the description box in the Show More section, or you can go over to my website at theluckymermaid.com and go to the videos page, and you can see all the video series and the links for those videos there that will take you to Vimeo. So, all that being said, Taurus, now on to your June 2025 Psychic Tarot reading. Well, Taurus, the first card you have that shows up for your June reading is the Knight of Pentacles, which very likely could be you, because this is an earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. But it could be another earth sign person in your life that you're dealing with in June. My guides are telling me, like, you have to get things sorted out, some area of your life in June. And they're saying you need to be more on top of things. This could be bill paying. This could be, it could be in a lot of things. Bill paying, house cleaning, anything. What do you need to be on top of? You need to think about that. You may find that people really grate on your nerves in June, and it could actually be the little things that grate on your nerves. You may start an online conversation with somebody that you find is very compelling to talk to. This could happen in a comment section under a video that you watch, where the two of you have interesting connection or similar views. And so a friendship or some type of connection could follow. It doesn't have to be in a comment section under a video you're watching. It could be on some other type of social media outlet or format. You may feel like, I want to do things the right way. However, you may feel like people keep correcting you. Even though you may feel like, I'm trying to do things the right way, I'm following directions or instructions or protocols or methods or techniques, but you could find like somebody, could be your boss, could be your significant other, or someone else that keeps, like, I don't know if I want to say butting their nose in, but kind of like correcting you, even though you feel like you're doing things in the correct way. You may be following somebody on a platform, and you could find out that they die suddenly. It could be to do with a sickness or an accident of some sort. I don't know the reason. But you may have been following somebody along, and then poof, they crossed over to the other side. You could have problems with your vehicle. Or issues could crop up where it's lurching forward, and then, so it could be transmission. That makes me feel like transmission. But it could also be your physical body. You could have mobility issues where you're walking, but your gait of your walk is unstable or changed all of a sudden, and you could find yourself lurching forward. So it could be a vehicle. That could be any kind of vehicle, a boat, a jet ski, a car, which is, I feel, what it's most likely, or a scooter, or, anything motorized, but it could also be your physical body. So be on the lookout for that. And sometimes these messages do not happen in the month I'm telling you. That happens in private readings as well as general readings. That, you know, a psychic can pick up something that they think is the future, but they're actually picking up something that already happened. So for some of you, things I'm saying here could have already happened, or they may happen later than what I'm telling you, like maybe later than June. So the next card in your reading is the Two of Rods, and this is partnership in business, partnership in romance. This could also be you creating something and putting it out into the world. There could be some frustration, possibly, with the Two of Rods. You may feel like you're doing things or be thinking about doing things in a whole new way. And it could be makeup, hair, clothes, or routines that you have, a diet, an exercise program, your daily routines, your work routines. You may be very committed to stop eating sweets and avoiding or stop eating sugar. That could come up for some of you. You could see somebody from your past that jumps back up into your life. And whether or not you, like let's say it's an old romance, an old romantic partner, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get back together with them and date them. They could just jump up in your life like you're out at the food store and you run into them. Or you go to an event and whoops, there they are at somebody's wedding or some birthday party or some event. And so somebody from your past, I do feel this means romance, but it could be an old friend or a coworker from the past, jump back up into your life. And for some of you, if you're single, you may go out with them again or start hanging out with them again. This could be a month where you also try out new techniques and methods. So if it doesn't apply to, makeup, hair, clothes, this could be new techniques and methods you start using at your job or in your business or in some kind of craft that you do, or some kind of hobby like a sport, dancing, yoga, volleyball. I don't know, but that is all what's being mentioned here for you in June. Some of you are going to have to take a test and an exam over again. I don't know whether you failed it or maybe you got an incomplete, maybe you weren't able to complete the test, maybe something happened, an emergency popped up and you had to leave so you couldn't finish, or you missed a page in a test, or maybe you didn't do well, but you can take the test over again because I get some of you retaking a test. You may be very, very focused on your calorie intake, of how much calories you take in. But it could also be if you're on a diet like keto, where you're counting all your carbs and macros and all of that, and paying attention to calories. But it could be any type of diet or for any reason. It's a general reading, so maybe it's for another purpose. Some of you it's weight loss, some of you it could be for some other purpose. Some of you may have a family member that's buying a home somewhere else. That could be like a vacation home, or a home they want to buy in another country that they're going to rent out to locals, or that you want to use as a vacation home. I'm hearing the words Costa Rica, but that's obviously not going to apply to all of you. So now the third card in your reading is Ace of Pentacles. You have some good cards here. You have two aces in this reading. So I don't know if you can hear the rain, but we're having a bad storm right now. So the Ace of Pentacles is a card that symbolizes the divine blessings of financial abundance coming to you in some form or another, or it could be something of value, even like, a gift that's valuable. It could also be emotions, like maybe you're having some kind of emotional blessings coming to you. You got to be careful about what you buy, because you could buy something that could turn out to be outright plagiarism or fraud. So if you're suspicious of a seller, or something that you're buying looks too good to be true, it might be for some of you. It could be a fake. I have seen fakes of different things for sale that are astounding. People have the ability to make things look like they're real and authentic, and they're not. So you need to be careful of that. If you do any kind of work, I get some, like, especially you in a studio. So it could be art, it could be music, but it could be in a studio. You just have your own studio where you create stuff. But it could be a studio where you display what you create. I guess somebody's going to want to come in and buy some of your work, maybe multiple things, if you have any quantity. Some of you may be mulling it over and revising your strategies on how to earn money. So you may decide you want to be a business owner, or maybe you want to have a regular job and do some work on the side. So maybe you might be taking sideline gigs, or turning a hobby into a business, or occasionally taking on side work. That could come up for some of you. If you're trying to sell a property, I feel like you're going to sell it in June. And you could make out very well from that sale. If you had to hire a lawyer and you put down a retainer fee, they could be returning it to you, because maybe the case gets thrown out of court, or the lawyer isn't able to follow through with pursuing the case. But I do get some of you getting a refund of a retainer. Now, maybe you can retain other people with money for other things, but lawyer comes up to my mind. Some of you have something, a possession, could be a home, but it could be an individual item, an antique item, or just something you purchased, but it doesn't even have to be antique, that the value of it is greatly increasing. And you're going to come to know of this in June, or maybe July or August. So before I proceed forward, I just want to say here, there's four video series you may really be interested in that are new. The first one is, it's that time of year again, mid-year Psychic Tarot update for 2025. It's extremely popular when I post the mid-year updates. So if you're interested to see what my spirit guides had to say for you for the rest of the year of 2025, you may want to check that out. I did the center of the Celtic Cross Tarot spread. That's what I did. That's what I do for the mid-year updates. The other new video series is the Saturn in Aries Psychic Tarot reading. Saturn went into Aries on May 24th, 2025, until September 1st, 2025. Then it retrogrades back into Pisces for 6 months, and then it moves forward again in Aries on February 13th, 2026, till April 12th, 2028. So it's 2.5 years of predictions in those videos. So remember, these videos I'm talking about, the links are down below in the description box. And when I can get to getting them on my website, they'll be on the videos page at theluckymermaid.com. Also, big psychic reading here of Neptune in Aries, Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings. It's covering a 14-year time period, 14 years. started in March, and it's going to go all the way until, I mean, it'll retrograde out at some point, and then for a few months, then it goes back again into Aries on January 26th, and then it will end on March 2039. That's 14 years of predictions. You may want to get this video and keep your zodiac sign, sun, moon, or rising, or multiples if you want, and go back and refer to these videos over 14 years. The other thing is my June psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac are available, and they are a continuation and an expansion of what I'm doing right here on these tarot readings. So if you want to hear what else my guides have to say for you for June, you may want to get those crystal readings. Links down below, also on my website at the luckymermaid.com videos page. So now the next card in your reading, you have Five of Cups. And Five of Cups is a card that symbolizes sadness, loss, and regret. But not all hope is lost, because there is still two cups upright in the card. So this can sometimes come up for people if somebody in your life is having a problem with alcohol and drinking too much, or if you are doing that. So sometimes that can come up with the Five of Cups. You may have shown off in a way in June. You may show off somehow, or maybe it already happened for some of you, and people didn't like it. People didn't approve of it, or people made fun of it, or thought it was hokey, or didn't like it. Or you could have witnessed somebody that you love and care about in your life that really put themselves out there and kind of showed off in some way, and it backfired on them, and then they looked bad. So you could be feeling regretful. If you're the one that did it, you could feel regretful if somebody you love and care about did that and it backfired, or it just didn't work out well. Some of you need to do some kind of juice fast or some cleanse of some sort. You may have parasites in your system that should be eradicated, or just, you know, cleanse for other reasons. It doesn't just have to be for parasites. Some of you are going to be talking to somebody in the science world about very specific information that you need to either write a report or a dissertation to get a doctorate, or something you need to submit to a program that you're in. College, could be advanced degree, could be regular, you know, not an advanced degree, could be for something else. You may be talking to somebody about scientific methods, procedures, medications, but I feel like you're writing it up for something. Now, some of you could be writing it up for your own personal use and knowledge. Maybe it's not for school or a training program or something you're in like that. It could be for your own knowledge. There could be some upset that's going on regarding a family member. It could be something they did that hurt your feelings, or something you said to them that you may regret. I'm not sure which way the regret's going on that one, but I do get like upsetment about a family member and regrets of something that was said or done. But again, that could be, you could be feeling that about them, or it could be something you did or said to them in their direction, and now you have regrets about it. Some of you saw something you weren't supposed to see, and it could have been a crime that got committed. It could have also be like, maybe you saw somebody cheating on their significant other, and Now you've seen it. What are you going to do with the information? Maybe you're friends with the person that's getting cheated on. Do you confront the cheater? Do you tell your friend? But it could be something else. Like maybe somebody at work stole something and you saw them doing it. Do you tell? Do you just confront them? Do you tell your employer? I don't know. So you have to see how that works out. So the last card in your reading, you have another good card here. You have Ace of Rods, which symbolizes new beginnings. It could also be birth of a child, receiving an inheritance, moving to a new location, anything new. Any type of new beginning. Some of you are going to start a new job. Some of you may go attend some kind of job fair or a seminar or some event where there's vendors or people. I don't know. A job fair is a weird thing to call it, although it could be that. But I feel like some of you are going to make a connection with somebody at an event where there's a bunch of people showing off their company, their business, what they do, what products and services they have, and you get their business card or you start talking to them and they're like, you get an interview. You set up an interview and you could get the job in June, July, or August, I feel is the strongest, those 3 months. Some of you may find that you need to take a class. It could be because of something that's changing at your job. And they're like, well, everybody here in this particular department, or maybe the whole entire place, you need to take this class. You need to go here and take a class. Could be something that you just feel like you want to know. Something you want to learn. And it could be a one-time class or it could be ongoing. You may hear people complaining about the sky, chemtrails, things in the air, anything to do with elements combining and creating unhealthy gases, unhealthy atmospheric conditions, unhealthy air. And this could be happening in your area. And I feel like if you don't notice it, you're going to hear other people complaining about it. But you may notice it yourself. And this could spark protests, people demanding answers or change. So that could be something that, for some of you, I feel it may have even happened in May or started to be noticed and recognized in May. But for some of you, you're going to notice it and hear about this in June. Some of you may be having conversations with a new homeowner that purchased a property next door to you or across the street from you. And you may be like introducing yourself, getting to know them. If they don't know about some kind of rule or regulation in the town, like when trash day is, or recycling, or something about, you may be telling them, hey, just so you know, you could get fined if you don't do this or that, or this is like, you could be filling a new neighbor in about things that you think they need to be aware of. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Tauruses to work with, use, and wear in the month of June 2025, you got chalcedony. And chalcedony is ChalCedony, chalcedony. And chalcedony comes in so many colors: electric turquoise blue, it can come in yellow, green, many different shades of chalcedony. Now, the one I have here is like a light grayish blue with gray stripes, gray striping, and a tiny bit of brown. But it doesn't have to look just like this one. So chalcedony is a nurturing stone. It promotes brotherhood and goodwill. Chalcedony absorbs negative energy, and it brings the mind, body, and emotions and spirit into harmony. Chalcedony also instills feelings of benevolence and generosity. This is going to be a gemstone, if you carry it or wear it, that will help you ease into any new situations or help you travel through any kind of transitions that you're dealing with in June. It's going to really open your mind and help you to see the bigger picture of situations, broader perspectives, the bigger picture. If you're trying to diet, or you just want to eat less, if you wear this stone, especially up high near your throat chakra or lower near your stomach, it will help curb your desire to eat in June. Now, I don't know if that would continue on past June, but I get that would do that for you in the month of June. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you liked it, and share it with others if you feel it's worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And as I mentioned earlier, if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, those links are down below. They're also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. Now, I already talked about 4 of the new recent video series in this video, but I want to add here, I have other video series that are linked down below you may want to check out. My past, present, and future psychic tarot readings for using the Osha Zen Tarot deck are very popular, and last time I recorded them was 5 years ago. So if you want to see what past, present, and future readings I got for you, that might be a good one for you to check out, that video series. Also, every year I record what's lucky and new for you in 2025. Well, every year it changes, the year changes, but I do what's lucky and new for you readings. And if you want to see what I got for you in what's lucky and new for you in 2025, you could get my psychic tarot and oracle card readings for that area of life, what's lucky and new. Also, I have 2 eclipse series videos that I recorded. The first one is eclipse effects from the full moon lunar eclipse, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. That happened on March of 14th, 2025. And also my new moon solar eclipse in Aries, March 27th, 2025 psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings are available. And those eclipse effects can last a year. For some people it will. So you may want to check those video series out if you haven't checked the eclipse series out yet. I've had people tell me many times they feel like the eclipse readings are like private readings for them. Also, my financial psychic tarot readings for 2025 are available on Vimeo. And my big love readings for 2025 for singles and couples, where the first half of the reading I look at single people of your sign, the second half of the reading I look at coupled people of your sign. You may want to watch the entire video because there is always going to be crossover where some of the messages I get for singles go to couples, some for the couples go to singles, even though I do specify this is for singles and this is for couples. Also, if you didn't get these yet, you might want to get my New Year 2025 10-card Celtic Cross Psychic Tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac. They are the biggest and most popular reading I do on Vimeo. So if you didn't get your New Year's reading yet, we still have half the year yet. You might want to check them out. And also psychic crystal readings for the new year of 2025, where I looked in my crystal and every area of life I could think of to look at for each sign of the zodiac. If you haven't gotten your psychic crystal reading yet for 2025, you may want to do so. As I said, we still have 6 months left. You can follow me on my social media pages to see more psychic predictions and messages from my guides that I put in writing. I'm on Facebook at the Lucky Mermaid LLC. I also am on X, Pamela Georgel at the Lucky Mermaid. And I also do community posts on my YouTube channel where I put these predictions and messages there. Now I do have a Instagram page, but I haven't gone on it in so long because people were just copying my pictures and making fraudulent accounts left and right. So I stepped away from Instagram for now. My account's still there, but I'm not posting anything on it right now. I also have a channel on Rumble. So if you want to watch my videos over there, if you're ever over there watching other people, you can always check my videos out on Rumble, and my channel name is the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Rumble. So I hope you have absolutely, absolutely amazing energy that comes to you in June of 2025. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.